I feel like everyone caught this movement in the morning, and it continued all the way down here. But I'm showing you my trade, so listen the fuck up. This is the trade. When I did my analysis this morning, the 4 hour, the daily, the 1 minute, and the weekly, doesn't matter as much, but all those four were bearish. And on my entry time frames, which was the 45, 30, and the 15, those were, or the 45 and the 30 were both bearish. 15 was bullish. Same with the 5, but this is on the 1. I don't see if you my finger. This is on the 1 minute, which is where I took my trade, which, if you can see, was bearish. And if the 5 minute was bullish, that means the 1 minute was fucking bullish. But this too, this big movement would be technically a break of structure, but since the higher time frames were still bearish, this coming up to sweep liquidity up here does not totally eradicate the fact that every single other time frame was bearish. So I was still looking for sell orders, and thankfully, there were a shit ton of fair value gaps needed to get filled. Now, up here on the one, there we go, on the 1 minute, there was this fair value gap right here, and it drew up here, but down here, where I entered, there was a break of structure on the 1 minute, which is another confluence I needed to enter. But you can see this fair value gap right here that's created from this huge move down. This wicked up and closed below the fair value gap, which respects it. So naturally, I entered. I use the Fibonacci retracement tool to show where price might go, just based on numbers. So I put it here and drew it up to my stop loss, which was kind of right above my finger, not where this green line is. That was something else from the day before. I didn't delete it. But it drew down right above here. So I set my take profit right there and my stop loss right there, like I said. This other green arrow I hit by an accident when I was trying to move my phone. I don't know. I could have very easily just not had a take profit and it could have drawn down all the way here. But if you see this blue line right here, that was the initial take profit point that I saw on the 4 hour that I was kind of like targeting. However, price did not end up hitting that, which is why I set my take profit while using the Fibonacci retracement tool. If I didn't use that tool, I would 1000% would have gotten stopped out or probably at break even if I would have moved it. But that is the trade that like everyone took today because it was a beautiful movement. But yeah, that was like, what was I? Looks about like a 1.5, 2, or like 2 risk to reward, 1.5. Yeah, that was my trade today on the NASDAQ. So everyone else traded that shit too.